Hello, I'm Jo Fay, and this is a SwissInfo podcast. SwissInfo is the multilingual and international public media company of Switzerland. In today's episode, we're off to Slovenia. The small Eastern European nation is often nicknamed the Balkan Switzerland, but the similarities go beyond their idyllic villages and snowy mountaintops. The country plays an important role in the global pharmaceutical supply chain. Switzerland's becoming increasingly dependent on Slovenia's pharmaceutical industry. For decades, Novartis and Sandoz have been investing large sums of money into the country that has just a quarter of Switzerland's population. It's turned it into a key partner for the development and manufacturing of both innovative and copycat drugs. Our journalists, Celine Stegmüller and Jessica Davis-Plus, spent a week in Slovenia last November to dig deeper into the story. Here's Jessica.
We went to Slovenia because we noticed that two Swiss pharma companies, Novartis and Sandoz, were making huge investments in the country. We were interested in finding out why and what role this country of 2 million people plays in getting medicine to patients. One crucial point is, of course, logistics.
Okay, we're here in Slovenia. We're actually not too far from the airport, a few kilometers from the airport. You can see the Alps actually in the back. And we're here at Kuehne+Nagel, which has the largest pharmaceutical fulfillment center, so the biggest warehouse for pharmaceuticals actually in Europe of the Kuehne+Nagel network. So we're going to go in, meet with people to understand kind of what kinds of products they're transporting in and out, and some of the kind of new technologies and things that they're using to transport and be able to track products and also keep them safe and of high quality so that they get to patients. For me?
Yes, of course.
Just my color.
It's your color, I could see, yes.
We were handed bright neon yellow vests and protective shoe covers to walk around the warehouse. We were taken around by logistics manager Alice Lampret. He explained how the different security controls ensure the right medicine gets to the right place at the right time.
Now we are in the area where the finished goods are stored. Yeah? So you could see above as well in which area we are now. So here is a quarantine for different reasons. Then we have this inbound area, and we are in finished goods warehouse, and the temperature is 15 to 25 degrees.
15 to 25.
Yes.
Okay.
On the average day, it's coming, let's say, on the inbound side, approximately between 30 and 40 trucks. This is on the average.
Per day? And those are all your own trucks? Or they could be coming from other?
No, they are coming from all over the place. So, internally what is produced and brought to us, then it's easy. So it's managed locally with two major companies. With them they had, let's say, all the activities behind. But in case of the products going away to different countries in the world, they are coming even from Turkey, from Germany, from Norway, I don't know, from Spain. Now we are going to the outbound side, where it's all the gates.
Some of these boxes here, they could be here for 6 months? I mean,
some of them could be even for some hours.
Some hours?
Some hours, especially as we discuss about the shortage on the markets and so on. So it was produced, it's coming here, and it's already order done. So we are shipping out maybe next day or maybe even the same day, because it's really critical. For some product, it's really critical. Some short time for the production, and when it's coming into the real life.
Some of this is active ingredients or?
Active ingredients as well, yeah. Packaging materials. You have some bottles, let's say, for the production. So vials, whatever it is, but not filled. It's just a material.
The logistics center opened in 2018 and is a key reason pharmaceutical trade between Switzerland and Slovenia skyrocketed in the last 5 years. Throughout our reportage, we worked closely with a local journalist from the local public broadcaster RTV Slovenia. He drove us through the countryside and helped make introductions, even though everyone speaks English very well.
We have to get the accreditations in the reception.
All right, we're here at Novartis in Mangash, Slovenia. We're here to see the biological production area, so for biologics, including, therapies for cardiology, for oncology, and things like that. And it's rapidly expanding here. They have over 1,000 employees, and they're just constantly expanding by the hundreds every year. And we're here first to meet Polonza Kuhar, who leads the biological production, I guess, here. Yeah?
Hello.
Hi.
Warm welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome to Mangash and to our production facility.
Thanks. Nice to meet you.
Mangash is a town about an hour from Ljubljana. Novartis has been investing heavily in its facility there. The goal is to build up its capabilities to research and develop biologics. These are drugs made of living cells and are complex to produce.
So this facility was built in 2019, but it was since then expanded for 3 times already. So, yeah. And next expansion is coming then next year. We only had 2 main-stage bioreactors with 1 kiloliter. And then we gradually expanded. First we added 2 of the big ones, then another 2, and very recently these last 4 that are not running yet. So we do qualifications on them and we will start manufacturing early next year. So this area is the newest part of the facility. Here we can also see the smaller types of bioreactors that I was explaining before. So see, it's like a cradle. Yeah.
Polonza's colleague explains the process in more detail.
These are the smaller bioreactors. We start with the process in a laboratory. We call it cell laboratory. It's a smaller room. And they prepare the process from the small vial. And then we multiply the cells up to the volume of around 3 liters. Mm-hmm. And then we go to 20, 50, 200 liters. And this way ensures that the cells are mixing inside, that they have all the nutrition. And with each step, the volume grows. So we start with 1 milliliter and we finish with 2,000.
Oh, it's amazing.
And it takes around 1.5 months from beginning to the end of this stage of the process. But this is only the first part. Now we have the protein, our medication, but we need to purify it. So this is done in another room where we clean the product, concentrate it, and prepare it for the final fill, where it is ready to be transported to other locations, where they prepare the final application of the drug.
The process of going from 1 milliliter to 2 liters takes about 1.5 months. At the end of the process, there's a purified protein that will be used in a drug. Polonza told us that her team is working on several drugs at the same time.
We have between 10 and 20 that were produced here and are in different stages of development. Some of those molecules we produced only 1 or 2 batches and they were used for clinical phase 1 and 2, and we are waiting now for the results whether the molecule will be successful and will come for the next campaign, then supporting phase 3 clinical manufacturing. So approximately 10 to 20 that are somewhere in the pipeline that were already produced here.
Can you give maybe a name or something, or any therapeutic area?
Therapeutic areas, yeah. Yes. So we are supporting all 4 key Novartis therapeutic areas. So it's oncology, immunology, neuroscience, and cardiology. Yeah, thanks. Cardiology. Yeah.
So in this facility, molecules for all of the therapeutic areas are okay.
For different diseases like multiple sclerosis, osteoporosis, rheumatoid arthritis.
Just getting used to putting on these
Look, I can do it with one foot, balancing. I don't even have to sit down.
Every time we went into one of the laboratories in these facilities, we had to wear protective suits, sometimes with shoe covers, hairnets, and so on. By the second day, we were mastering the art of dressing up, juggling between sterile and non-sterile areas.
Darian Mlakar, our head of production, will come with us.
Nice to meet you, Jessica.
So this gamete is then transferred here. You see the container, and then it's discharged on the machine when it's compressed into the tablets.
Those are Novartis colleagues who work at another site we visited, this one in Ljubljana, that focuses on producing pills and other solid dosage forms like patches.
So this is then the pills are in here, and then this is the last step.
We call this so-called bulk packaging in these blue boxes, and then with this is transferred to the packaging area, where it's then packed into the blisters or bottles.
Some of Novartis's biggest blockbusters are produced at this site. These are shipped to patients all over the world.
Are you actually shipping to the US, the market from here?
Yes, always going through Basel, as I mentioned to you, but yes, we supply US. And finally, we are coming to packaging.
Machine also in this area, but here is the border between production and the packaging.
And the wall on the left side is what is separating us from Sandoz. So on this other side is Sandoz.
A few years ago, Novartis started restructuring the company to focus more on what they call innovative medicines. These are on-patent medicines, which are usually higher priced. As part of this restructuring, it spun off Sandoz, its generic division, in October 2023 as a separate company. In Slovenia, it is often referred to by its local brand, Lek. Novartis and Sandoz were really intertwined in Slovenia, and the separation was really fresh when we were there. You could see that they were still figuring out where to draw the lines between the two companies.
We're here in what I'm calling Little Basel because we're here on one side you have Novartis, and today we're visiting on the other side of the street Sandoz Lek with a fresh painted, fresh logo here, and you can hear the construction around because they're building quite a few facilities here to accommodate Sandoz and Lek in particular. So we have the aseptic facility, actually that will be for Novartis for filling vials and things, and then you also have a biosimilar development facility and other kinds of developments going on here.
We also went to see where Sandoz is developing generics. We met with Luca Petronel, who heads the Sandoz Generic Development Center. He told us that they develop prototypes of generic drugs, which can then be made at a large scale.
You start with dispensing. It means dispensing, yeah? Okay. Active ingredient, excipient, etc. Then it depends upon the process. Maybe it's mixing, then granulation, whatever, or maybe just dissolving if you are developing solutions. But for example, if you have granulate at the end of the day, then usually you have to dry it. Yeah. But then you go to the compression machine, and then coating, and then to analysis. Okay, if you have liquid in vial, you have to dispense, prepare, let's say, compounding, we call it, and then filling, closing.
While we were in the lab, a couple of technicians were running tests to prepare the machines for production. The pills would pass through the machine to get punched with a marker.
Cool, so here it's 350. You see?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 350. Maybe sometimes related to the dose. Maybe sometimes are numbers. Sandoz, maybe in some cases SDS, Z. So, and these are the punches. So when you press, actually it's this on the table then, on the tablet.
Wow. So you must have hundreds of different...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's a library.
Thanks, Jessica. I know that you've done quite a few reports on the pharmaceutical industry for us in the past already. Why do you think it is that Slovenia has become so important for the Swiss pharma industry?
I think that at first, cost was a big factor. It costs a lot less to produce drugs in Slovenia than in Switzerland. It's also politically stable and has a good central location in Europe. But Slovenia has really proved to be more than just a low-cost drug factory. The country has top scientists in the country working on some of the latest medical technology. Novartis is even creating a research and development facility for cell and gene therapies.
Okay, and are there other countries like Slovenia that are also playing an important role for Novartis at the moment?
Austria, as well as Germany, are also really important sites for Novartis and Sandoz, and of course the US, which is the biggest pharmaceutical market. The companies also have investments in China and India, which are important suppliers of active ingredients and generics.
Thanks a lot, Jessica. If you like this episode, do go to our website, swissinfo.ch, and check out Jessica's article and Celine's video about their journey to Slovenia. We'll be back soon with new episodes where our science journalists Marc-André Miseré and Sarah Ibrahim will take you to Silicon Valley to discover what Switzerland can learn from research there, and vice versa. Today's episode was recorded and edited by our science and video journalists Celine Stegmüller and Michaela Andina. For more content, visit our website swissinfo.ch. I'm Jo Fay. Thanks for listening.
Hi, my name is Fabio Canic. I'm the host of another Swissinfo podcast, The Geldcast. I'm a journalist and lecturer on international monetary policies. In my podcast, I talk to finance experts, politicians, and people in the banking industries on money-related topics. This podcast is from the land of money, Switzerland. It is published bi-weekly on YouTube. Highly valuable content, but free to listen to.